Thank you for staying with us, everyone. Tonight in Lagos politics, attention is once again fixed on the unfolding secession conversation ahead of 2027, following reports that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has thrown his weight behind the current Deputy Governor, Obafemi Hamzat, positioning him as a leading figure in the race for the Lagos governorship under the All Progressives Congress. For many observers, this development reinforces a familiar pattern in Lagos politics, one where experience in governance, continuity in policy direction, and deep-rooted institutional alignment within the APC shape the emergence of front-runners long before formal campaigns begin. Let's share that moment with you.
Also congratulate the Deputy Governor. It's been a long journey for you, and you see what it takes for you to come to this moment. And I pray that God will grant you the wisdom
Amen.
And the knowledge to take Lagos State to a very great height.
Amen.
Lagos State has a lot of potentials, and this is just the beginning. It's a great state. So all the things that you need to govern with ease, God will make available for you.
This very August visitors in the month of April, we're here to come and officially present to you now. It was unanimous that we all said we should support the candidacy of Mr. Deputy Governor Dr. Kadri Obafemi Hamzat. It was just less than 24 hours ago, ma'am, that we held that meeting, and we didn't want it to go cold on us. We felt that we need to take a trip, and GAC picked about 10, 12 of us to come down to Abuja. And the instruction is, once you see the president, we also need to see you, ma'am. First, as a member of GAC in absentia, and also as our mother, the mother of the nation, to also pass this information to you.
Dr. Olufemi Hamzat, the current deputy governor of our state, is the consensus candidate, of our party. And we have all pledged to stand by him.
There you have it. I mean, the question would have been, what does this mean for aspirants already positioning themselves? But today, one of them has voluntarily withdrawn from the race, and that's Olajide Adejeron. One left, and that's Samuel Ajese. Wait and see what happens if he would also withdraw. Let's see. All right. Just before we get into the conversation, let's take a break, and when we return, this conversation continues on our other platforms. TVC member and aspirant for the Lagos State House of Assembly, Oshodi Solo Constituency 1, Mayowa, Alakija, on this latest development and other matters. Mr. Alakija, thank you very much for joining me on the program. Earlier, we saw a video of the GAC members to Governor Obafemi Hamzat, to the President, and also to the First Lady. Today, we've seen former Governor Ambode, congratulating him, saying, "I'm pleased with this endorsement." We've also seen another member of the party, Gender, withdrawing from this race. Does it mean Lagos APC is ready for 2027?
If I may say, we are fully ready for 2027. And if you look at it critically, we have never had it like this before, since 1999. Situation whereby all the stakeholders, the governor, the sitting governor, the GAC members, and all stakeholders across the local government chairman, and even the Speaker of the House of Assembly is saying that they are rooting for Dr. Kadri Hamzat.
Is it because he's the current deputy governor?
It goes beyond that. Look, I will tell you again that Dr. Kadri Hamzat is a product of perseverance, patience, and respect for the institution he's represented that he found himself. Whereby, if you look at his history, he's coming from a strong heritage when it comes from his father perspective, former House of Assembly member, Commissioner for Transportation way back in late 70s. And if you combine all this structure together, you will get to know that he has paid his due. He has been contesting since 2015. 2019, he was there. He stepped down for the sitting governor. And he rallied around him and he was given the slot as deputy governor. Looking at all these metrics, you know that it is not a pushover. I would say that is a unifier, because at the end of the day, everybody within the party, they are rooting for him and they are ready to work for him. So we are in the best position, and I can see the results come 2027 January.
But the way you just spoke, it means you personally support the idea of continuity under Deputy Governor Hamzat if he becomes a flag bearer.
Look, Lagos State itself has been positioned as a mantra of continuity since 1999. If you look at the succession plan from Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, come Babatunde Raji Fashola, San, then we have Ambode, then we have the current governor of Lagos State. If you look at it...
But you know, the opponents of the party say it has never worked.
It has never what?
It has never worked, the idea of continuity.
It has been working, and there is no state in Nigeria today that you can compare to Lagos in terms of succession, in terms of achievement, in terms of development, and in whole ramification. That is why Lagos State is getting it right effectively, and Lagos State has become a guiding path to other states in Nigeria today. So continuity is working in Lagos State, and we are embracing it. And I'm sure, definitely, that come 2027, we have a strong man. We have a man of strong ideas. Looking at his background from private sector, this man, Dr. Kadri Hamzat, was enhanced by the sitting president while he was in the US, working for multinationals, working for finance, IT firms, and all sorts of companies. So he's bringing strong resources to Lagos State. And if you also think very carefully, as a former commissioner for science and tech, former commissioner for works and infrastructure, deputy governor, he also worked as SA to the former Minister of Works, Power and Housing, talking of Babatunde Fashola. He's bringing a rich resources, and I'm sure Lagos State will be happy, fortunate to have him as the next governor of Lagos State.
So as an aspirant for the Lagos State House of Assembly, Oshodi-Solo Constituency 1, how does this development affect your own political calculations? Does it change your strategy, or does it strengthen your commitments within the APC?
Nothing has changed so far.
Are you
Sure? Yes, nothing has changed so far. And bringing him on board as bringing a strong resolve among the party members and aspirants. Because if you look at the electoral act currently, it's saying that the party, and it does not have to do with APC alone, across all party platforms, that either you go by the virtue of consensus or direct primary. So what has happened in case of Dr. Kadri Hamzat is that all the leadership are saying that this is the man. Even those ones that have obtained
But there is still Samuel Jose. Isn't that a crack within the APC?
I don't think
he's ready to step down.
I don't think it's a crack within the APC. It's good for democracy.
Inconsequential.
It's good for his inconsequential. And it's good for
inconsequential.
Look, let me tell you something. It's good for democracy. Because if he's saying that he's not going to step down, and the stakeholders are saying that this is the man.
If he doesn't step down, it means there is no consensus.
Definitely there will be primaries at the end of the day. But the question is that, can he emerge at the end of the day? This is the man that he have direct relationship with with 57 local government chairmen. And he has connection with both mandates and justice members. I know some of the mandate GAC members that are mandates, and they were talking about Dr. Kadri Hamzat that, look, he's a good man. That if you call him, if he misses your call, he will call back. So he has interpersonal relationship with all party structure, both mandate, justice, among everybody. So I think I can see the path of 3 million votes come 2027 because of his personality.
You talked about the Electoral Act, which means, there is no time for the parties to start sourcing for a candidate that can merge, or a candidate can go head-to-head with other candidates who will emerge in other parties. So is this candidacy about, continuity of governance, or a correction of, that perceived political weakness that was exposed in 2023?
No, it's more of continuity of governance. It's more of continuity of governance. And if you look at it, you asked me a question that how does it affect my own aspiration?
Yes.
Going back home now, many constituencies now, either for House of Rep, House of Assembly, they are looking at direction of consensorship. And from my own hand, I can thank my local government chairman, in person of Otumba Kendole Ede Almoruf.
As a godfather?
Yes, I won't deny that. He's my godfather.
He has promised you the ticket?
Not that he promised me his ticket, but he believes in me. Because as the former education secretary, he worked for me to get to that office.
Did you resign?
Yes, definitely. I have to resign. That's the election. You have to follow the due process. And I will also thank MC Oluomo, for conceding for my candidacy that, okay, if MC says that he needed something, because we have House of Rep in Oshodi, that is from same constituency 1. We have House of Assembly within the same Oshodi Solo local that is from same constituency 1. So one person have to take one, the other have to take the other. So if both my local government chairman and MC Oma are saying that, okay, how do we go about it? With the party leadership, the stakeholders, in terms of the apex leaders within the party, are saying that, okay, I just said that I will concede the House of Assembly for Mayowa Alakija. Then Kendu take one. So if Kendu is taking House of Assembly and MC Oluomo is taking House of Rep, I think the fear of rancor or the fear of war brainstorm that can pass.
But you have the incumbents to deal with.
I have. I have. Look,
so it's not a threat to you.
I don't think it's a threat because I'm fully prepared. I'm a youth. I have the people's support. The apex leadership within the party are with me. The youth are with me. I ran for the same office 4 years ago. I was compelled.
You stepped down?
I was compelled to step down.
So if they ask you to step down again?
I don't think that will not come up.
We'll come back to you in a moment.
Okay.
So we'll come back to you. Let's stay on this. The idea of Obafemi Hamzat as the next governor or the APC candidate for Lagos, because what you've said to me the other time is it's not fair for me to say this is Lagos APC trying to avoid that mistake that was made in 2023 when Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu failed to deliver Lagos for the APC in the presidential election.
Look, there was no problem in 2023.
But the APC failed to...
Are you getting me? What happened in 2023 is circumstantial. And it's normal for every democracy. And if we look at the factors that led to 2023, the party fought against itself internally. Yes.
Please tell me.
It took the sitting president a lot of battle to emerge as the candidate of APC in 2023. Even within that space, if you remember vividly what happened, the Naira redesign, the fuel issue contributed immensely to what happened, not only in Lagos State, across board. So you can't be fighting Naira redesign, you can't be fighting the issue of fuel, and you're expecting this current government to scale through smoothly. So there are some internal factor and external factor, and the emergence of the youth, the obedience and so-called contributed. However, we are not.
They're still there. I mean, you're still there. So
nothing has changed. I don't look.
2027, the president will go out smoothly, and the election is already won for me.
Right.
Because the indices are there. The policies of the Mr. President is working already compared to where we were in 3 years ago. And the elites, the youth, they can feel the impact. The president is pursuing a policy that is driven by youth. It's reaching out to the youth, those ones that are not in the university, those ones that are in the university. His policy is cut across, and the economy is booming. We cannot say we are where we were 3 years ago. Things are changing, and the elites can interpret the policy of Mr. President. So I think we can discuss the policy one after the other. While we should face
we'll come
the
back
matter.
to national politics if time permits us. Let's now talk about you. You told me earlier that the chairman of Oshodi Solo local government, Kendu, has endorsed you. You said
MC Oluomo himself.
So they promised you the tickets, and
Definitely.
you have
the apex leadership.
But the incumbent was also endorsed by former lawmaker Akin Shokunle. He has the endorsement of vice chairman of Oshodi Solo, Mudupe Aregbe. Am I correct? Those names.
You can always go
He also
on.
has the chairman. I mean, you have the endorsements of the chairman, Kendi Almarufuli, and you're also close to Senator Abiru. You just hoping that they promised you the tickets. Am I correct?
My relationship with Senator Abiru is more of strong relationship, and I can memory lane. I worked together. I worked with him during the last election.
So they promised you the tickets.
You see, it's not a promise. It's what I deserve because they know my capacity. And they assured me that if it is consensorship, they will speak for me. If it is direct primary, I am sure of the structures I have built over 4 years.
Why did they need to speak for you instead of allowing you to prove yourself?
We are not.
Is it because you've wasted your money twice and they do not want to waste your money again this time, or they don't want the leaders of the party to compel you to step down again?
So the case of endorsements of my candidacy is all about my personality.
What is it about your personality?
Thank you very much. After I stepped down 4 years ago, I was appointed as Education Secretary.
As a compensation?
If you call it compensation, fine.
Was it a compensation?
It was not really a compensation. It's based on my capacity, my track record within the party, and my experience in private sector. I've worked in multinationals, I've managed multinational brands, I've a brand and marketing agency, and so on and so forth. So the party leadership, they are convinced enough that I can do this thing. And when they gave me the appointment, I was able to turn around the primary education system within Oshodi. To the extent that it can be confirmed at the level of SUBEB. I work directly with the SUBEB chairman, everybody. So my contribution is immense. I have done so many things that if you part-time permits me, I can analyze one after the other.
And my country to do it. Please go ahead.
So, for example, during the last election in Lagos State, I designed a software. I call it Election Mobilization Hub, which it was used by Senator Abiru to coordinate his election in the Lagos East across the 5 local governments we have in Lagos State. I sat on it. It has situation room with this, engaging canvassers activities in terms of engaging directly with the voters. And if you look at the election, during the last election, Lagos East results compared to Lagos West and Central, Lagos East came out unique at the end of the day. So working with Senator Abiru, I really appreciate it. Coming from private sector as a former bank MD, so he drew me, he trained me, he equipped me as well, and I learned a lot from him. So back home in my local government, I've also contributed immensely in terms of primary school education. So currently, I work with SUBEB. I am part of so many committees when it comes to the software solutions that they are using and everything like that. The one they are using currently, I work with the stakeholder within SUBEB, because beyond being education secretary, they are tapping into my potentials, my idea.
You don't have a foundation. You don't give widows 100,000 or 50,000 every month. You don't buy generators for local government APC leaders, because that's most of you and your colleagues do. When you want to clinch the ticket of
I don't do that. But I do something far more than that, because life goes beyond. I appreciate those ones that are doing it, because I can't be competing. My local government chairman has done a lot when it comes to giving widows money, when it comes to doing empowerment.
So when it comes to money, and I mean, you know that campaigns require money. Is it fair for me to say the likes of Senator Abiru, MC Oluomo, and the chairman of your local government will fund your campaign?
Look, in terms of funding, running an election transcends financial funding.
How do you intend to fund your campaign?
Well, the good people of Oshodi, there is something the youth of Oshodi, they did. We call it progressive youth movements.
They want to contribute money? Progressive
youth movement. They are contributing money for me. 10,000, 20,000, 5,000, 50,000. And they held the program 4 weeks ago, declaring me as their candidate, endorsing me as their candidate. It goes beyond. We have in a hall.
So you don't have political sponsors? You don't have political sponsors?
My local government chairman is also supporting me.
MC Oluomo too was
he would definitely support me, because he has endorsed me now. And I thank him very much, because he's not just a brother, he's a father. And I thank MC Oluomo.
And thank you for being honest. So what guarantees do constituents have that you won't be indebted to these political sponsors?
So the political sponsor in questions, they are numerous. I just mentioned the youth of Oshodi sort of local governments. And they are in their thousands.
It's okay to be indebted to young people, but I'm talking about the likes of, I mean, you've mentioned several names. I don't want to repeat them. So what guarantees do constituents have that you won't be indebted to political sponsors? Because we know how this is run in Nigeria. So
it's still based on my personality. I was supported by my local government chairman and the stakeholders in my constituency. MC Oluomo also contributed when they gave me the appointment as education secretary. And at no time, I repeat, one of them is saying that we helped you to secure education secretary.
They won't say it now.
Are you with me?
Until you become the until you become an assembly member?
Their interest is in development of Oshodi, the progress of Oshodi.
So what change would you be bringing to Oshodi Solo Constituency 1? The incumbent says he has initiated 3,000 pupils who have benefited from free coaching initiatives. 1,200 youths received JAM form. 200 constituents trained in vocational skills, road networks, street lighting, strengthened security in Oshodi Solo. So what would you be doing differently?
So basically, that is on paper. What you just counted is on paper. 3,000.
He hasn't done all of this. 5,000,
10,000, they are on paper. What I'm bringing on board is simple. I want to represent my constituency.
It is your word. When you say they're on paper, that's a political statement. You're trying to unseat him. So it's okay for you to speak this way.
It's not about that. And I will tell you, the constituency, the youth, the leadership, the stakeholders in Oshodi Solo constituency, they are aware of this. What
they are not here
stakes?
To defend themselves or say their own part of the story.
Let me tell you, one of the role of a legislator is to lobby, aside lawmaking, is to lobby and ensure that the goodies at the state level or at the national level, if you are representing your constituency effectively, you bring so many goodies. And what are the goodies? In terms of infrastructural amenities, in terms of proper education, health, youth empowerment, and the likes. But the question is that, has Oshodi been able to benefit from all this? No. So, look, gone are those days when a representative will come on board a month to the primary election and says that I am facilitating roads a month to the election. What has been happening in the last 3 years? So for me, I've told my people that from day one of representing them, I will kick the ground running. I will not wait until 3 years or a week, a month, or 3 months to the election. Because Oshodi Solo, imagine what the local government chairman is currently doing. He has constructed more than 80 roads just in the space of 5 years. Street lighted. He has reached out to more than 20,000 households.
You should be campaigning for yourself. We don't have
I'm just giving you an instance. So, if a representative at the House of Assembly can complement that effort, if he's constructing 15 roads in a year, and I can lobby the state government within the system to bring 5 roads to Oshodi as their representative, that is 20. But if we don't have such, it's 0. Imagine that Oshodi, with our population, we have more than 300,000 inhabitants within Oshodi, and we don't have general hospital in Oshodi. We only have health center.
And I'm sure you know he also made a lot of promises. This way you're speaking this way now because you're there. And I mean, if you go back to when he was also campaigning, he made a lot of promises. This way, just the way you're saying it. So it's always easier said
so let me
done.
Let me point out something.
You're saying he hasn't done all of these things he said he has done.
It's on paper.
Okay.
Let me, I've been there, not as House of Assembly member, but as Education Secretary. In Oshodi, Isolo, I cover 3, one a local government and 2 LCDAs, Isolo, LCDA, and Ejigbo LCDA. I've been able to lobby and ensure that more than 15 primary schools has been renovated.
There are other issues in Oshodi Solo. It faces issues like congestion, unemployment, and infrastructure gaps. Which one issue would you prioritize?
Repeat yourself again.
Congestion, unemployment, and infrastructure gaps.
I will focus on unemployment and infrastructure gap. I will focus on the 2. While the 3rd one in terms of congestion is being attended to currently by the local government. I will give the necessary support to ensure that we realize the end results at the end of the day.
So what would you do differently? Please go on.
What I'll do differently? In terms of unemployment, currently as the Education Secretary, we have more than 100 teachers employed that are indigene of Oshodi, that reside in Oshodi. Thanks to the Lagos State government policy that says that they should employ primary school teachers. In the past, Oshodi, indigenes, the residents of Oshodi don't benefit from this kind of employment. They bring people from outside Oshodi. At the end of the day, they redeploy them. But being the Education Secretary, I ensure that the people that reside in Oshodi are those ones that got this employment. Now, the question is that, what has the incumbent done when it comes to employment? Is a fundamental question we can ask. In terms of infrastructure, I've been able to mobilize and lobby for 15 primary schools renovated, constructed. Currently, they are not white elephants lobbying. They are lobby that are there. Currently, that when you enter those schools, you will see them. Those teachers are in the classroom teaching currently in our schools. I've been able to do
So that's why they should compensate you with the assembly tickets.
It goes beyond that, because what I'm saying there is that if I can do such within 3 years, it shows that I can do more. Sometimes we are facing a lot of time. We don't have voice at the House of Assembly. Yes, because the question again is that how many bills has the incumbent been able to propose at the floor of the House and passed? If we are saying that the only responsibility of a legislator is to make law, but beyond that, you need to lobby as well. So, and I can say that I currently have 5 bills I'm going to propose on the floor of the House when I get to the House.
Talk to me about them. Talk to me about them.
Ranging from health to education to science and tech and everything, because these are my core areas. And the point is, I have friends that are lecturers that are serving as research assistants in overseas that I'm currently working with, that have insight about how it's being played over there. How can we replicate it locally in terms of local content so that we can compete anywhere in the world? Lagos State, Oshodi, we have the potentials to do a lot.
So if APC denies you this ticket, would you still remain in the party? If this endorsement, this good relationship with this your political sponsors do not translate into an assembly ticket, would you still remain in the party?
So the point is that I am optimistic. I'm getting the ticket by the grace of God.
Would you still remain in the party?
I was asked to step down 4 years ago.
If they ask you to step down again, would you still remain in the party?
I am committed to the party, and I will continue to be a member of my party because I love the party beyond myself. It's not about selfish interest. It's not about myself. It's about the greater vision for my people in Oshodi. So,
all right. So why would a neutral, leave out all of the party loyalists within the APC, why should a neutral voter who is tired of APC, tired of the promises, tired and skeptical about politicians, you're young, I don't know how young you are, but you look very young. So a neutral voter who is tired of all of these promises believe that you're not just a version of the same system.
It's simple. I've done it before. The youth in my community, they can testify to it.
You've not been in the House of Assembly before.
I've not been in the House of Assembly.
Yes.
Look,
so that makes the difference.
Look, government is a system. Either you are in the House of Assembly, you are holding an executive office, or you are part of the judiciary. It's a system. If you are tested in one area and you perform very well, that shows that you have integrity, you have tendency in doing it. Because there are so many people that are given the opportunity at the House of Assembly and they mess it up. There are so many people that have been given an opportunity as executive member, they mess it up. So if I have track record, holding an executive office, managing 57 primary schools across Oshodi, Solo, Ejigbo, and 10 centers, close to 1,000 staff strengths, over 15,000 pupils, and I manage the structure effectively without blemish. Even at the state level, they can make reference to Oshodi as a role model, positive role model. How much more when I find myself at the floor of the House of Assembly in Lagos State? I am going to perform effectively because can tell you categorically that I will not disappoint my people, the people that sweat for me, that followed me through from one ward to the other, that followed me to ensure that my emergence is realized. How come will I disappoint them? And I will tell you something. When I was given the privilege as Education Secretary, I am the youngest in Lagos State. You can quote me anywhere. I am the youngest. But if they are saying that the best Education Secretary in Lagos State, if I'm not the first, I'll be the second. If I'm not the second, I'll be the third. But the point is that I told myself something that being the youngest, I will be a positive reference point to other youths that are aspiring to become Education Secretary. And today, I can tell you I've realized that. And I can say today that if I found myself at the floor of the Lagos State House of Assembly, I am going to become a positive reference point to other youths across Lagos State that are aspiring to become an honorable at the floor of the House. Because it will become a disservice if I find myself there at the end of the day, the result is negative. Their community will make reference that they gave Mayo Alakija the privilege from Oshodi Soro Constituency 1. He disappointed them. Let's give elderly people the privilege. I will tell you that because I know where I am coming from. And when I get here, I will never forget my source. And what is my source? My source, my people. My source, the youth. My source, the leadership of my constituency that give me the privilege to serve them. And I'm going to serve them positively.
All right. Thank you for joining me on the program today. And I must also say that you're eloquent and very impressive, and I wish you all the best.
Thank you very much.
Getting these tickets. Thank you so much for speaking with me.
Thank you.
Mayo Alakija, APC member, aspirant for the Lagos State House of Assembly, Oshodi Soro Constituency 1. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. I'm grateful.
And thank you very much for watching, everyone. That marks the end of today's episode of Politics Tonight. But before we go, let's tell you that views and reactions of our resource persons are theirs and have no connection with TVC News. Meanwhile, you can watch the repeat broadcast of this episode at 12:30 a.m. Get in touch with us on our social media handles, Facebook, Instagram, and X at TVC News NG and at Olajumoke using the hashtag Politics Tonight. We're also on YouTube at youtube.com/TVC News NG. I am Olajumoke Olatunji. Good night, everyone. I'll see you again tomorrow.